Okay, this is King 7 here. I am going to fold from small blind. Currently on 2 tables. Just assessing who is at the table so far. This guy looks like a recreational player, but it's still early. And this here I could easily raise up. King 10. Here I get ace 5 here. I could fold that down there. And I'll take that pot. And King 9 here from the cutoff. I could definitely raise it up. This 2-7 on the folding. I get a call here from the small blind, who's playing a bunch of hands so far. And it's a pretty wet board here. So I think this is definitely a good spot to just throw in a small c-bet. Making 9 cents. I do have a second nut flush draw as well. And he calls it here. If he checks it, I'm just going to check behind. And now I do get the flush, and I get a great flush. So I'm just going to pot bet it here and see if we get him to put in a call. Hopefully he has a flush as well. It's just not as good as mine, but he does not. This Jack 5 down here, I'm going to actually fold. And this ace 9 here, I can fold it from middle position. Now I got my third table up and running. So here, right now, I'm just waiting to be able to firmly classify people here. So far, this guy is definitely looking like a recreational player down here. We get a raise here. Ace 10 offsuit. I don't really want to play it out of position. Actually, I can play it. I can play it here because it's only it's a standard raise. So we are three-handed. I do have top pair at least. So let's just check it here. See what kind of price we get. This ace 4 I can fold. Get a min bet. See what he does here if he raises it. He doesn't. I think I'm just going to... I'm actually going to see if I can just get some guys out of this hand here. So I raise it up. See if I at least get rid of him, and then I can just play him, and we get that done. Now I get 2 pair. So I'm just going to throw in a 2/3 pot bet here. There is, of course, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. If he has King, Queen, of course, he could definitely have a straight, or he can have a bottom straight too. But let's bet it. If he raises me, I could definitely fold it. He calls here. Interesting spot that he calls. He still could just have like a weak ace. So I'm going to check it, and I could just always just call his bet. And I'm just going to call his bet here with the 2 pair and just hope he didn't hit a straight. And he did not. This here, definitely just going to raise it up to 8 cents. This is the check up here. This here. I don't really have anything going on, so we'll just continue to check. And let's see here. This is definitely a spot I could just throw a c-bet out there. With the queens, have an overpair. Backdoor flush draw as well. This here I'm going to fold. And this here I'm going to fold. This here I can easily fold this. I'm just going to call the 5s from the button. Hope to set mine. If not, I can just get out of there. once I get the 3-bet, then I'm just going to fold this hand. And this 10 jack here from the cutoff, I could definitely raise this up. And I do get a call, and I do have a straight draw. He doesn't have any money behind him, so when he pushes all in here, I only have 2 outs. Versus a recreational player, Ace King would beat me. I don't really see any reason to actually call his bet here. This here I can fold. I just don't see that just the advantage for me calling that bet. Let's try and label some guys here. This guy's playing 50% of his hands. This is a fold. This ace-9 here from the small blind could definitely just raise this up. This guy's playing 44% of his hands so far. This I can fold. Here I get middle pair, backdoor flush draw. So I raised it up. I'm definitely just going to do a 2/3 pot bet. Looks like he folds the c-bets, although it's only 1 instant, but still, no reason for me not to c-bet there. This right here, I can easily raise it up. This guy I can fold. 9/7 I will raise up if it folds to me. It doesn't, so I could easily just fold this hand. This guy's playing 35% of his hands so far through 217 hands. Here, I did raise it up, but you know, I'm in position here. I'm just going to check behind though, considering I didn't hit a hand. This ace-3 I'm going to fold. I do have a gut shot. Again, I just don't feel like I have a reason to fold here without having any anything at this point. Maybe I'll get the straight. And I do get a straight, okay. And now obviously I'm just going to pot it, and we'll see if anybody wants to play with me. Maybe somebody hit a pair. If not, we'll just take it here. And that's how it goes. Here's a fold here. This ace-8 here, I can fold this up. My ace is here. Let's see, I got 2 limpers, so I can make this 10 cents. And this here, I'm just going to call it in position. No reason for me to 3-bet that. And the ace is here. He goes all in, so of course I'm just going to shove as well and make sure nobody else comes along with me. This here I can easily fold. That was just unfortunate for him that he decided to go all in with 4s while I had aces, but I'm not too upset about it. This Jack-10, Jack-Queen here, I can raise this up. This Queen-4 is an easy fold. And I don't really hit anything here. I mean, I do have a gut shot, but I'm not going to chase a gut shot. This here I can fold. This here I can fold. Jack, Queen, King, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm going to fold that. I'm not chasing a gut shot. This here I can fold this up. And Queen-5 I can easily fold here. And this Jack-3 I can fold. And here the Ace-Jack, I'm just going to call it in position. This guy's a 35-30 through 169 hands, so he's a little loose. I don't hit anything, so if he bets into me, which he usually does, he c-bets most of the time, I'm just going to fold it without hitting the board. And this Jack-7 I can easily fold. This guy is playing 59% of his hands. Let me label him. And 39% so far, 35%. So I'm not going to label these guys yet. On the raise here, ace 9 suited, I'm going to be in position, so I will call this up here, or call it, I should say. I get middle pair, not terrible. Let's see what kind of bet he gives me. When he checks it here to me, I gotta assume, somebody who's c-betting most of the time doesn't do that. So I'm just gonna bet it here, and this here I can fold. This here I'm definitely gonna fold. Let's see what he decides to do. Because I did hit the board, I have no problem, just throwing a bet his way. Now that he raises it, I can easily just fold and get out of the way of his hand. There's 4-2. We can easily fold. And this king 7 is easy fold. Jack 7 offsuit from the button. I can fold that. Jack 9 here, I can check. This king 4, I'll definitely fold. Here, I'm just going to check and fold it. Again, nothing happening here, so just check fold is what will be in order. And now I can definitely fold that up. This 4-3 we'll end up getting rid of. This table here, I got this guy here is 41 plus. This guy's borderline, but he's 36, not terrible. Could be better. It could be a better situation. This, of course, I'm going to fold. This I'll fold. So this guy is a 48%. And this guy is 57%. We could easily label him. A7. A7 from the cutoff, I'm going to fold it. Just playing tight in that situation, I could probably have raised it up. I'm just going to stick with ace 9 instead. Jack 8 here, definitely I can raise this up. This king 6 I'll end up folding here. I could take that down. King 4, I'm going to fold it. Queen 6, we can fold that. And the king 3 here, I'm going to fold that. This 4-3 is an easy fold. Ace 4 onto the gun, middle position, easy fold. This 10-6 here, I can easily fold this up. And this king 4 here, I'm going to fold. Fold up to 10-8. And 7-4, I'll definitely fold up. And the ace 8, I'll fold up. Ten six looks like I'll end up having to check here. This is going to be an easy fold. I'll check the 10-6. And 6-7-8. I got a gut shot here, so we'll see what happens. 7-5's a fold. And this here I can raise it up. Here still I don't have anything at this point, so that's an easy check. I get a call here from the small blind. I end up with a middle pair, so this is definitely a spot here. This guy's folding the C bets that I could just raise this up a little bit and hope, expect to get the fold. Here I still don't have a straight, so I just easy check behind. This guy raises it on me. No reason to continue with a middle pair, so we'll fold that up. This 3-2 here, we'll just end up checking. It's a crappy hand. And this here I can fold. I do end up with a gut shot, but the 5 can end up making a better straight than I would already have anyway. So, this is just a check, and I don't think we're going to really do much here. This A6 from the cutoff, I'm going to end up folding to the raise. And here I could just easily check this again. No reason to screw around with 3-2. And we'll just continue to check here in this spot. And you could have it. Here, this 3-6, obviously I'm folding this. This king 4, I'm going to fold this. And we'll just check this 10-6 here versus this guy. Nothing really doing here, so we can just check that easily. This queen 3, I'm going to fold. He bets into me. Doesn't really matter. I don't have anything. I'll fold it up. And that 3-5, I'm definitely going to fold that. And this 5-4 here, I can definitely fold. And king 6 off 2 from the button, I'm going to fold that up. And king 8, I can definitely raise this one up here from the button. This jack 5, I'll fold. This 2-3 down here, I can fold this up. To the raise, I'm going to fold that. Especially this guy's a 9-5 through 23 hands. Doesn't even go without saying. Gonna just easy fold. I still have this guy here. This table here, I have this guy here. This guy's playing 39% of his hands, so so far, we have recreational players in each table. At any point that I see that we're losing a recreational player, we're going to, our table is dead at that point, then we can just easily find a new table. Here, king 10 offsuit from the raise from a reg is an easy fold. And this, of course, is an easy fold as well. Ace 3 suited in what's really middle position. I can actually raise that up there. This here is an easy fold. If I get 3-bet here, though, I'll probably end up folding it. Unless it's, from one of these two guys here, but especially this guy who 3-bets 3 out of 20 times. But so here I get top. I do have top pair here. Super wet board. I think this is a good C-bet spot here for me. He hasn't folded C-bets yet, but I think this is a good C-bet spot here for me. This here, I can easily raise this one up. He calls me this time, which is interesting, so I'm just going to check behind. There is a flush here, there is a straight draw here, so let's just check it. This king 3 I can fold, and this is kind of a scary board here, but he bets me super light. Still, there's so much stuff that could beat me here. If he has a 10, I have to assume maybe he has an 8. The guy's kind of a reg, so but just a 6-cent bet, I feel like I gotta call it. And yeah, I did expect to lose that hand, but it was just too good of a price for me to have to fold that hand. So this ace 2 I can fold. King 7 here is a check and a 3-way pot. And there's really no reason to continue here. Just keep on checking until I have the opportunity to fold. And here I get Jack 10 in the 3-way pot. I'm actually just going to raise this up, see if I can just isolate a little bit here. There, I'm just going to continue to check. Unfortunately, both of them decide to come along, but I do get top pair, so I'm just going to C-bet this one here. This ace-7 situation here, I'm actually going to fold. And I get an all-in, which is really interesting. Could definitely be a set. Um, could also just be a bottom pair, something like that. So I'm actually going to give this one a call here. And he just has a better jack than me, unfortunately. But I take it down with 2 pair, which is even better. Kind of a reckless all-in by him. Kind of a reckless call by me, but I'll take it. I don't know if it was the best call in the world, but he was short stacked to begin with. So I don't think there's a reason for me to fold that bet. Even if he had like just a bottom set or something like that, you know. I did have outs behind me, so. And I got lucky with the this here. I can easily fold. I can, I got lucky there, but I'll take, once in a while I got to get lucky, right? This here, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do have a straight draw here. So I'm actually going to call this bet. No reason not to. Now I'll see what he does. If he checks, I'll be happy and to just check behind. And any kind of real bet like this one here, where at 33% pot odds, I'm not going to continue, chasing a straight. This here I can fold. And this ace 10, of course, I can raise this up. And just got this one guy right here. Everybody else is pretty much reggish on this table. Even this guy's like a 35-4. It's not really too exciting. This guy folds the c-bets 1 to 1 times. I bet when check 2 about half of the time. So I think this is a spot that I could just throw a c-bet out there. Make it like 9 cents. Let's see. I expect him to fold most of the time, and if he doesn't, then we'll calm down a little bit here. Here you get 18-cent bet from a guy who is a 31.19. I'm just going to call behind in this spot here. He raises me, so this is easy fold. This is a 3-bet too, but he 3-bets 14% of the time so far. Still, I'm okay just at least seeing the flop with a pair of tens. This here is a check. Let's see what he does here. This here I have 6-9, I can fold. This here I don't have anything, so we'll just check it. And I think I'm going to get out of the way now on this hand. There's too much going on. These guys are obviously repping super big hands here. So this here I can easily fold this. Would have been a terrible flop then anyway, so that's all right. I got out of the way. I was okay with calling the tens, but once these guys start betting like madmen, they're not recreational players. I can get out of the way on that one. This ace 10, ace 3 here, I can fold this up. This 2-5 will fold. We lost the recreational player, I think, up there. Yeah, so I was easily beat on these hands anyway, and I would have folded on the flop. So, I didn't lose any more money than I was already set to lose by calling the 18-cent bet. This here's 10-6 is going to be a fold. This guy here raises it. He's a 26-17. Very small bet though, so I'm actually going to 3-bet this here up to 15 cents. This here I can fold. I think this is a good spot, definitely to 3-bet. And he calls it. And really, I don't think this hits either one of our ranges. He c-bets a lot. We'll just push this one off to the next to the turn. I don't see any reason for me to bet here. Although I did c-bet him though. Let's c-bet him actually. Let's see what he does. He calls it. Because actually I was the pre-flop guy. So now he's going to shove me in. I could easily fold this. So maybe the check was maybe the bet was the wrong spot there. I'll have to go back and look at that one. This 8-9, I could fold. Because, at the end of the day, I guess, was I going to bluff him off of the hand? It was just really just a terrible flop. I think a terrible flop for both of us, so very well he could have had aces or something like that, and he decides to raise me. The check raise was, I guess kind of interesting. If I would have checked him, he probably wouldn't have bet. Well, he checked to me anyway, so I guess I probably should have checked it. So let's see. This guy we still got here. 36 is here. This guy's at 35 now. It's not super great over here. I got the 53. I have a 46 up here. This here is ace 4. I'm going to fold that. Fold this. This guy here I can label. And here, just this one guy still over here. Here I'm going to be out of position. 11-cent bet versus guy. I'm going to fold that one up. And this 10-9 here. Okay, I'll just check it out. I'm going to be out of position. Don't really hit anything, so this ace 5 of course is going to be a fold, and I'll just check along here on this one. Here, 4-cent bet. I'd like to be able to isolate this situation here, so I'm going to make it 14 cents. Nothing going on here, so this is easy check. And again, we're going to check here. When he goes all in, I don't really see any purpose of calling his bet. I don't really think he's going all in with nothing, and king queen offsuit, not the most exciting hand, so easy fold there for me. The threes here I'm actually going to limp through, or of course, if he raises, I'll call it. 9 cents though, I don't want to play threes for that amount of money. Even in position, this guy's a 29-21 reg. It's not something I want to get involved with, even if I was get the set. Down here, I lost this guy. He's sitting out. This guy's kind of the same though. It's kind of the same situation with this guy. This ace jack here. Let's see if I can just isolate one of these guys here. Raise it up, 14 cents. This is it fold here, and this here is definitely a raise. I get a call. And unfortunately, both of them come in, but I do have a nut flush draw, which is pretty nice. Plus, I have a straight draw. So this is a great hand to just c-bet, definitely. This jack 8, I will get rid of. This ace 3, nothing really happens here. This guy folds the c-bet 3 out of 4 times, so I could definitely just throw a bet his way. This is a fold. And I just take it down, which is perfectly fine. This here I can easily fold this. We lost our recreational player, unfortunately. We have to see what we get next. But here I'm just going to, this guy's a 31-21. We'll just call him in position. Hopefully this guy folds. This here's going to be a fold. This here's going to be a fold. Hopefully we get a recreational player coming up here. This is going to be multiple pawn, unfortunately. I do get top pair with a decent kicker, so I don't see any reason not to bet this here. If these guys didn't connect, then they'll just probably both fold. This a6 here, I'm just going to call it in position. This guy's at 37% VPIP. That one I take down. No problem with that. This spot here, meh. It's just a meh situation. This here I can raise. I'm just going to end up checking around here. These guys could both fold, but, once now he bets here, I have no reason to continue. I get a 3-bet from this guy who 3-bets ton of times. I'm going to be in position, so I'll just happily call his 3-bet. And I don't hit anything. He bets me into again. Sure, he could have a king, just fold this here. Just fold this here. I think this is the best spot here, just for me to fold in this situation to his 3-bet and then to his c-bet, even though it does c-bet a ton of the time. It's a pretty decent sized bet there. This 4 here, I could definitely raise this up. I could fold this guy. The 10-9, I'm going to raise this one up 8 cents. This here I could easily fold. This I could fold here. And it's an interesting spot here. This guy does not fold the C bets. He does not win bet when check too, so I think this is just what we're going to do is just check it off to him. If he bets, I could easily fold it. And this here is a fold as well. And still nothing really doing here. His aggression isn't huge. I see no reason to have to bet into this spot here with absolutely nothing. If he hits something, he could just bet and he'll just take the pot. And, you know, same thing. This is the fold. He bets into me and I could easily fold this. This queen 3 is an easy fold. Let's see, we got a couple new players here. Hopefully some of them of the fish status. We'll definitely call the 9s here. This queen 2 will be folded. No set, have an overpair, but you know, with four of the players, really no reason to continue. The only way I'll continue here is if he folds, and then I'll call him. So what is obviously it's called the 14 cents, and we'll see what happens. And we actually take it down with my 9s. All right, this here 4-5. I'll fold this up from the cutoff. So these two guys, I mean, they're borderline, you know, 37 VPIP, 39 VPIP. So, you know, they're close enough. They're pretty close. This guy's almost ready to go over 40%. So I think he's almost there, waiting for us. Waiting in the wings for us to put him as a blue. But I'm not ready to commit yet to that situation. Excuse me. As here I can easily fold this. That 9-5 could be easily folded. But they are close. And this guy's back here too, which is good. Obviously I'm going to be folding this guy here. We'll just wait to see what we get from these two guys after a few hands. And we still have this guy here, which is good. And this guy's a 38, which is pretty close. So not terrible. And he's a 36, so it's not like he, you know, he's actually, this other guy's a VPIP, higher VPIP than this guy is. So, you know, this situation is not terrible. This ace-10 here. It's because I'm going to be in position. I think I'm going to call it depending on what the bet is. That kind of bet, I could definitely just call this in position. And I get a good heads-up pot here. The flop doesn't really bring anything. This guy c-bets a ton, so I expect I'm just going to be folding in this spot here with 29% pot odds and just really no outs to speak of here. This here I can check. And I do get top pair, backdoor flush draw, but multi-way pot, really no reason to be betting in this spot here. This king 8, I could definitely raise it up. And king 5 here, I'm definitely going to fold. To this min bet here, I'm actually just going to call it. No reason to fold here. Here I get the flush. This guy folds the C-bets 100% of the time so far, but he's still a fairly new player. I'm just going to C-bet it, and let's just see what happens if he, you know. So this is an interesting spot here. I think I'm just going to check. You know, it looks prettier than it really is. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I could get a straight flush, I guess. He raises it here. This here I'm just going to fold, and here I'm just going to shove them all in. And he folds it. Definitely no reason not to just shove him there with his little stack. Fold this and fold this and fold this. king 2 here. I'm going to fold. So I think we had a guy here and now we don't. Maybe we just had this guy and we lost somebody else, I think, on this table. This here, I can easily fold this. So far this guy's playing 50% of his hands out of 4 hands. This guy hasn't played any. And this guy, I think I could just safely lay. He's a 37-2. And he's close to, he's a 36-32, kind of like maniac-ish type player in a way. This here I can fold. So he just came on this table, but hasn't had a seat really yet. He came back on it, so that's good news. So he plays 55% of his hands. This 3-3 here, I can definitely raise this up. And I'll fold up to 10-3 here. I'll fold this to a 3-bet. And we'll take down those 3s over there, which is nice. Winning with a pair of 3s. It's the same guy. Zeno. Oh, he's a recreational player. But he's sitting out, unfortunately. This here's a fold. This here, I'm definitely going to be folding. And this here's a check. Let me just label this guy for next time if he shows up anywhere. This here, really no reason for me to bet in this spot here. This I can fold. I'm just going to continue to check this. This is going to be a fold here. And yeah. We'll just take down that little mini pot. Take every little bit we can get. Yeah, I got to check, see if I'm just calling my ace offsuits a little bit too folding them, being a little bit too nitty on them. I'll have to double check the starting hands. But I just hate the ace offsuits, like those middle of the run ones. They kind of just suck. It's 9-7 here. I can easily fold this. And we could easily fold this guy here. This king 5 could be folded. So we got him here. I got him, these 2 guys here, which is good. This table, so far, this guy's playing 50% of his hands, which is good. This ace, A3, I can easily fold. This queen 3, I can fold. Ace 10 here, I will call. We gotta. Somebody just came in. He just posted. This guy's kind of a pain to play against because if you don't hit, he c-bets all the time when he raises. I'm still okay playing a position versus him. He's playing 33% of his hands, so he's playing with such a huge range. But I think Ace 10 also. And now we get a mini 3-bet here. I'm just going to get out of the way on this one. Down here I have Ace King, so let's see how this one plays out. Definitely a 3-bet spot here. 10s, I can raise this one up from the cutoff. This is an easy fold here. And I get a raise here. Let's fold the 3-bet is 40%. Let's see what this guy does. This, of course, I'm going to fold. I'm going to be out of position, so I think this is definitely a good spot to 3-bet. I'm going to 3-bet pretty light, though. Make it 17 cents. And I don't really hit anything great, but neither does he. It's not really, he was a pre-flop raiser. So I'm just going to make this like 20 cents here. And I could just check the rest of the way. Once he raises me and goes with me all in with Ace King, there's really no reason for me to continue in his hand. And here I'm going to, this guy's super nitty, 13-11. So this actually is I think this is actually a good one to call here. because it's not, this obviously is not in his opening range. So if he doesn't hit, there's a good chance that I hit. This 7-8 is going to be a fold down here. We get a three-way pot, and this doesn't really hit my range at all. So um, in this spot here, from what I was really looking for, so I think this is an easy fold. I expect him to somehow hit his range that he's going to bet. If he doesn't, no, really nothing happening here. This, of course, is a check, looks like. Let's continue to check down here. I'm kind of done with that hand already. Nothing's really going on here. That Jack 5 is going to be a fold. And, of course, I could easily just fold this here. Easily fold any bet here. This Queen 6 is an easy fold. This Jack 4 is going to be a fold. This Queen 9 is going to be a fold as well. And this here I could easily fold. So I got this guy over here. This guy's at 38%, so that's fine. I lost the guy up here. I got no recreational players in this table right now, so we'll see. We'll play through one orbit. We'll see what happens over here. I'm gonna sit out the next. Let's just see what this guy does. See how this guy is, and if I go through an orbit and he's not, he's not displaying fishiness, then I'm gonna get off of this table. Like, at least I got these two guys here in this table. This table I have this guy down here, and this guy's, borderline 38%. I'm gonna fold obviously to that raise up there. And this table, I have this guy up here is a 54. This guy here is a 50 so far, through only two hands, of course. So this table here so far, I don't think this might be a table we might have to leave. Which is fine. This here I could fold. This obviously I'm going to fold this. This ace-6 here from what's middle position is an easy fold. Fold that Jack-3. Jack-8 here. This guy doesn't really fold the steals, so I'm not going to screw around there. This is a fold. This guy here folds the steals a lot, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind. 80% folding the steals. It's only a very small sample size, but he's also shown to be super nitty, playing at a 7-6. It doesn't really get much more nittier than that. Through 55 hands, a 7-6. Jesus. He's literally only playing like pocket, like high pocket pairs is really all he's playing. A7 here. The only, it's a check fold situation for me. That's 4 Jack and go. We'll keep an eye on him. He's got 40% of his hands through 5. Let's see. Let's get him to 15 hands, and then we'll make a determination of this on this particular table. This right here, it can raise this up to 8 cents. And of course, we'll just check that A7 over here. Don't really hit anything, so we'll just check fold situation. We get one call. We're going to be in position, which is great in his hand. Hopefully, he can flop well. It's going to be three-handed, so that's kind of a disappointment. And no clubs either, which kind of is a disappointment. This 10-9 is going to end up being a fold here. So if there's any bet, I'm just going to fold his hand. There really would not be a reason to continue. And I'm going to check behind as well. This guy bets and overbet, easy just to get out of the way. He went all in, and I don't have anything at this time. This queen eight is going to be a fold, and this right here is going to be a fold. You know, if I had a pair, you know, high pair or something like that, I definitely would have called him. But right there, there's really no reason to call that bet. Here I get fives. I can raise it up or just call it, depending on the bet size, of course. You know, maybe this guy's gonna be a nut. He's at a 60 VPIP so far, but only through 5 hands. It's 10-6. All right, so this here I could definitely raise up. 6 cents. This 10-9 is gonna be a check fold situation. Here I get 3-bet. This guy's 3-bets 4 out of 33 times. No reason for me to continue in this spot here, so I can fold that. With the fives, I'm just really not feeling it. Here I can check. If I had a better pair, I think I would call it, but still, it's a pretty large bet, 20 cents. This here, the fives, I'll just call this. And this 10-9, we don't hit anything, so no reason really to continue. Jack 7's an easy fold. And still nothing doing here. The board's even worse now. This here, I'll just check the Jack 3. Here I get a 3-bet here from this guy, so I'm going to fold my 3s. Again, nothing happening here. Nothing happening here. You know, I do have a gut shot. So we'll see what kind of price he gives me. This 8-9 here, I can call in position versus this guy's at 35.23. No problem. He bets at 2 cents. I'll be happy to take the discount for the gut shot. Don't hit anything yet, so we can check out of this here. 7-8, this guy folds to freaking everything, so we're just going to raise him. Here I get middle pair. I'm in position. He checked to me here. I think this is a good spot for a bet. Here we can fold this. And the 4-cent bet, 24% pot odds. I'm inclined just to call it, see if I can get this straight. He called that bet, so I think I'm just going to just shut it down here at this point. And this here, I can definitely raise this up. And we get a pair of jacks, so let's just check behind. You know, very good chance I could be behind on this hand. And yeah, it definitely was. And he bets into me here. All I have is a pair of 8s and a lot of scary stuff, so let's just get out of here. Here we get 3-bet, but I'm in position. This guy's a recreational player, so I'm just going to call it. I don't really hit anything here, just a gut shot, so I'm going to fold to any bet that he throws my way. This here is a queen 10. This spot I'm going to fold. This here I'm definitely going to call the 5s, and this here I'm definitely going to fold, even though I have a gut shot. Pot odds are only 14%. I'm going to call it. 14% pot odds I can definitely call. Here I get a check. Didn't really hit anything. I'm out of position, so I'm just going to check it. Here now I could officially fold this hand. This queen 9 is an official fold. He bets into me here, you know, just with a pair of 5s. He could just have a better pair that will always end up beating me. He could also have a set, could have a full house. No reason for me to continue in this hand. 7-4 is an easy fold. And this queen 9 here, of course, we're just going to check. This 2-7, I'm going to fold that. And 9-10, we do have a gut shot here as well. Just going to check through, of course. Let's see what we got going. This guy's at 50% of 10 hands. That's a good sign for us to stay at that table. We still got this guy at 54. We got this guy at 50. Fold this hand here. This hand's going to be a fold. This guy's at 80 so far. Only 5 hands. This guy fell asleep. Alright, so this guy, just check this. And nothing really doing here. So we could just check and fold out of the situation. This is an easy check, just to see what kind of price we get to continue, to chase, and he's going to min bet it. So this here I can easily fold this. So we're waiting for 10 to come out, but 10 could also just make a better straight too. But I mean, definitely just going to call the min bet. It's king 8 I can fold. Now you get a flush on here as well, so I'm just going to fold any bet. I'm not going to chase this any longer. This 6-7 I can easily fold. I'm definitely going to fold this situation now. Definitely fold this. This 4-7 is going to be an easy fold. And the queen 3, I could definitely fold this from the button. Queen 4 is going to be a check, three-handed. And nothing really doing here, so we just check and fold when the situation arises. Here I get top pair now, middle pair now, but still this is a straight. This is a lot of just discussing stuff. I have a terrible queen. You know, I could still just fold any bet here. He bets 3 cents. I mean, you think he's probably got a better queen. He could have a straight. You know, I'm just not going to play around even with the queen. I don't really see any purpose in betting here in this spot. Just too much happening here. Too many things I'm going to end up losing to. Just donating 3 cents and, you know, one big blind. This big blind I'd like to save. Just like a fold. Jack 8's an easy fold. Might as well save the big blind instead of just, you know, throwing it off in a hand that's I'm probably going to be behind in no matter what anyway. This is a fold. This king 5 is easy fold. This here I'm definitely just going to raise it up in the small blinds. The decent enough hand. He folds it. I think I had his stats up there also that he folds a lot to c-bet to steals, so I think that was an easy one for me. This queen 8 here, definitely going to raise this up from the button. Ace queen, I mean. Sorry for the sorry for speaking incorrectly in some times. It's interesting. This guy's super net. Okay, now we got the fish here. We'll just take it down. Okay, so this guy here, we're definitely gonna raise this up from the cutoff. This guy's a 24-20. Interesting to see if he ends up calling me. He doesn't 3-bet at all. He's 3% 3-bet at an 862 hand, so we'll just take that down. This guy here is now officially a recreational player. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. You're the only one I have at this table. This guy's at 38%, so he's close enough, you know. King Queen, of course, I'm definitely going to raise this one up. I'm surrounded by 2 complete net players. In fact, I could just easily label him now a red. This guy's a fold. And I'll just take that down. Regular. This guy's borderline, almost recreational player. This queen 10 here, I can easily raise this up from under the gun. And right now here we're 5-handed. I got 10-10, so I'm going to 3-bet this if given the opportunity. This 6-4 is a fold. If not, just easy raise on this 10-10 here. Queen 5 here, definitely going to fold that. And this is just an easy, just raise it up 6 cents. This Jack 8, I can fold it. And of course the Jack 5, I could check that off. Get middle pair. Obviously I'm not going to bet this here. Multi-way pot, out of position. Don't really have anything of note. Queen 7 here, I'm going to raise this up from the button. And here, and then it's really still nothing really happening. Sure, I have a 5. That's not really that wonderful. Not really. Nobody's excited about that. Now, obviously, I can just easily fold this hand. Not too interested. Ace 2 in position. This guy's at 36-24. I'm going to play him, and we'll just call it from the button. Trying to call a little bit wider from the button, especially against what looks to be like kind of like recreational players. But when you get a 3-bet here from this guy, easy fold. This guy's 3-betting 9% of the times. It feels like he's 3-betting so much more. Again, 3-bet a lot off of pots today, which is really kind of annoying. But it is what it is. This guy's a reg 23-19 also. I can make him purple at this point. Let's see. Let me make this guy purple. What else we got going? This guy's up here too. Oh, we lost our recreational play here. This table is a problem. Alright, so I'm going to check this here. This table is pretty much dead. We'll see what this guy's going to do here, but he's at 33. I think this is the table. It's going to probably be something we'll just leave. Doesn't seem like it's going to really be very good at all. So I'm actually going to sit out the next big blind on this table. This table is pretty much dead. No recreational players, a couple tight players. Oh, actually, no, I stand corrected. Hang on. This guy to my right. So I'm going to fold this, fold this, fold this. This guy to my right actually might be a recreational player. Looks like it with his short stack. So let's not go crazy yet leaving. Jack 5, we can fold that. This guy's borderline. This guy's down to a 34-1. I mean, he's definitely recreational. I mean, I know he's not 40%, but he's, pretty decent. This guy we still have. He has a nice stack, which is nice. And he's playing over 50% of his hand so far. This guy's at 41% of his hands, so he's still there, which is good. This King 9's a fold. I guess this guy's playing on all the tables except for this one here, this Tedis guy. King Jack offsuit here. I'll raise it up if he doesn't bet it, but he bets. This guy's super nitty. No way that I'd be calling my King Jack. Now I can just raise it up. 6-2 is going to be fold whenever I have the opportunity to do so. And this 10-7 I can fold. So there is hope with this guy here. Obviously short stack, which isn't great, but look, maybe somebody else can pay him, then he can pay me. Let's see, I get a call from the button up here from the recreational player, which is fine. So we'll play him heads up. He folds the C-bets 2 out of 2 times, and when you check to him, he doesn't bet. So I think this is a good opportunity to bet. It's only 2 out of 2 times he's actually folded the C-bets, but actually let me just bet it up here. No reason not to. Fold this. If he calls, then I'll just back off. This here I can easily fold. It's a pretty scary board for him. Doesn't connect to it unless he has an ace, so he folds it. Probably the right play just to C-bet there. No reason not to. This right here, the Jack 10, definitely can raise this one up. This here we can fold. This guy doesn't really fold the C-bets, fold his steals at all, so I'm just going to fold this hand. So here I actually get a straight. We're in a 3-way pot, which is very interesting. There was a flush right there. I'm not going to screw around here. Let's just see if we can get somebody to come along. Maybe somebody's got a king, an ace, or a queen. If not, then we'll just take it down the pot, and we do. It's a straight. There is a flush. There is a flush possibility out there. I don't really see a reason to slow play that. We get a bet, and you got 2 people in, and maybe somebody just wants to hold on to their, hold on to their king, their queen, whatever. I'm not going to be upset about anybody folding. I like folds because when somebody folds, it means I win. Winning is good. Take anything you can get. Judging myself based on my win rate, and that helps the win rate. No doubt about it. It definitely helps the win rate. I feel good about how I'm playing so far. The pots that I've lost have not been big pots, so it's just been some situations where I've had to fold in certain situations, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Here, just Queen 9. We're going to be out of position. I'm just going to obviously just check there. This queen, this jack king, I'm going to raise this up. Here I get top pair on a flush board. I'm just going to check call here. Depending on what he bets, he just min bets it here, so I'm actually just going to raise him up actually to that min bet. I bet you I can get a fold here from him. If he raises me here again, then I can just fold it. This here, we're multi-way. I didn't hit, so I'm just going to check through. And here, just 410, I can just easily check. And this here, I'm just going to raise up the jack 9 versus this guy who folds to everything. Super nitty. This here, I don't have anything going, so that's an easy check. This here is an easy fold. Once this super nitty guy raises me, I'm easily folding that hand without question. This here, I could fold this. And the 5-9 I could easily fold. The 5-2 I could easily fold. This jack 2 is an easy fold. So this guy is not playing like I had hoped he would. I could still stay here, but he's not, you know. I'll stay a little bit longer and just see what happens in this table, but my hopes are not high here. This guy is almost at 40% again, so I mean, it's not terrible, you know. It's NL2, but it's not terrible. It's not great, you know. I don't got no, just it's not clear cut. Oh, this guy is a guy to target. This guy's a guy to target. You know, they're there. It could be a good situation for me at some point, possibly. And obviously, we're just going to check through here. This ace-8, I can fold. See what happens here. If you get two guys, if both these guys are in, I'm going to 3-bet. This guy folds at 3-bet. Not really. Alright, so I get this guy here. I'm actually going to isolate the situation because I know, or else he could very well raise it. So I'm actually going to isolate it because I've been noticing that he's been trying to isolate. So I'm going to isolate his isolation. I'm going to isolate before he isolates. This guy, I could definitely raise this up. His fold is c-bet is 3.5, so I could just definitely, I'll make it 20 cents. I think I can get a fold out of him. He calls it, unfortunately. I do get top pair now, which is nice. So I think I could double barrel him here and feel pretty good about it. Just hope he doesn't have ace king. He folds it there. This here, c-bet spot. Let me just raise this up here. This guy doesn't really fold the c-bet, so there, fold it. Here he checks to me again. I don't really see a purpose to bet here, so I'm just going to check it. This queen 9 I can easily fold. This is the fold. And I just don't really see any reason to bet here, so I'm just going to check it, and I bet you he's going to take it down, which is fine. This ace jack here, this guy's a 30-0, but of course I can just raise it up now. Not having to worry about it. Here I'm going to be out of position, jack 10. I'm not going to really screw around with that. Super tight player raising it up. This here I can fold. Let's see what we get here. It's the same type player that's over there. Everybody folds that. That's fine. This guy's at 38% now. I'm just so, I just feel like staying at this table just because we know this guy is not a strong player, but is he going to feed me anything? He's a 27-0. Everybody's so tight at this table except this one guy. He's like, he's like, wants to be tight. He's not tight. He doesn't know what he wants to be. This king 7. Actually, okay, I'm going to fold it up here. Here I get kings, so I got one limper, so I'll make it 8 cents. This here I can fold. Alright, so this here, obviously this is a 9 jack. He could get to a straight, of course, with a king and a 10, but definitely an easy spot for me to c-bet here. And this here I can fold, and he'll just fold it, which is fine. This guy's at 33.3 now, so, but this guy's at 40%. So, all right, we'll just stick around. This is a raise. So this guy really isn't. This guy is just kind of like that other guy, just kind of eh. So this guy who is super tight bets into me. He does not connect with this board at all. I bet you I could just do a simple 7-cent bet, and I bet you he's gonna fold it. If he calls me, then of course there's no reason to continue. If he raises me, I'm obviously gonna fold. He calls me here. Now I have a top pair with a nut flush draw. I'm gonna check to him and actually see if I can just get a free card out of the deal. Would be nice. If he bets to me, I'll see what the pot odds are to continue. This here is an easy call, and now I can't imagine what he was actually betting with. I'm just gonna check to him again. Here I have a pair of threes. This is an easy check, of course. There is a chance I could beat him, but he checks it. Let's see. Yeah, we took it down. All right. This 5-6 here, but I think that was the right play at that point. This guy's super nitty. I don't know what he is that what it could have been that he called me with. This Jack 6 I can fold. Yeah, this guy's definitely, he's 40%. I can label him blue. So this guy, I'm gonna unlabel him for now. Maybe we get more of a sample size later on. This guy, who I have here as well. All right, I'm gonna wait a little bit. All right, so yeah, King 5 is a fold. This Queen 8 here in situation is a fold. This Queen 9 will raise it up if it's folded to me. I'll make it 8 cents here. And the button. This here I can fold. I'll just take it down with the Queen 9, which is nice. Always nice taking down something like that. Alright, just here I can fold. What else we got going on? Jack 5. There's obviously a fold here. Let's see what we're going here. So we got a reg here. This guy's 37% still. 286 hands. This guy's 43, which is great. Kind of looks like Sergeant Slaughter. This guy's a 20-0. I mean, he's just doing nothing. We'll see who we get to sit up here now. But this table still is just meh. It's definitely a very leavable table. I hate about leaving the tables here is then my freaking software sometimes freezes up, which is such a pain. It's 8-6 here. This guy doesn't fold to steals, so I'm not going to attempt it. Especially now with the bet from the nitty player. It was a 14-8. This is an easy fold here up there with the 10-4. I think this video I'm just going to, I don't know, maybe I'll just post the whole thing because I think it's interesting, just the 4 tabling and my commentary on how I'm doing the 4 tables. Actually makes, I think, could be make for an interesting video. This guy's at 37%, 6-7. I'm gonna fold it actually. If it was maybe 7-8 or something like that, I'd be inclined to. Here I'm gonna make it 8 cents with the limper. And I do get a set, which is great. This guy folds a C bets a lot. I hate this slow play though, and he doesn't bet when he check too, so I got to bet for value here. And hopefully he has a king, which would be nice, or just a jack too, which would be great. And he just continues with his hand. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. He raises me here, which I think is really interesting. I'm inclined just to shove him here. I'm just going to shove him here. See if he takes the bait. Let's check. Check. Really waiting to see what happens. He folds it. I think a shove was definitely the right play there. And with the recreational player, he could have definitely called me. I mean, his raise was ill-advised to say the least. This here, pair of threes. Obviously, I'm not continuing on this board. No reason. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, I'm not continuing there. I could have, but what's the point? So here's a raise. That's like a fold. I think the shove was the right play there. If you would have called it, it'd been great. I had a set, set of jacks. Let's see here. I get 3-bet. I'm going to be in position. King Queen. This guy 3-bets 14% of the time. He has a reg. I'm going to call him actually because I'm in position. I'll call it. Not a great flop. He c-bets me. I mean, he c-bets 14 out of 14 times. But what am I really going to be calling for here? I didn't pair up the board or anything like that. It's a rainbow board, so I think it's an easy fold. This ace-jack here, I'm definitely going to call that. This here I could easily fold. Here I get top pair, top kicker, which is great. This guy's a reg. This guy's a nit, so I'm just going to bet this here. Definitely a good spot on this board. Just bet it now. This 5, I'll just call it along. Now we get 2 pairs. We just gotta hope he doesn't have a. We just gotta hope he doesn't have a 10. But I see no reason not to just continue to bet this here. And he folds it up. Here I get jacks, so definitely just going to raise this guy up here. This jack 7 I can fold. What's going on here at this table? This guy I lost. All right, we're getting out of this table. Let's sit out the next big blind. There's nothing happening here. Players are just not recreational at all, just all regs. It's a gross thing. This here I can raise this up. Let's see what happens here with the 5s. I don't hit a set. This guy folds, he bets 4 to 4 times. I'm actually going to throw a bet. See, I could probably take this pot right here. I don't expect him to call. Even though I didn't raise it up here, I'm just in a good position, I think, to take this pot. And I do. This 5-9 is a fold. And obviously the Queen 8 I'll fold here. As I choke to death. Fold it. I'm actually going to sit out of all tables now. Starting to choke to death here. I think I'm going to watch some football for a little bit. And I'll upload this video. I think this is a pretty cool video. Get myself a drink. And just relax for a little bit. And maybe I'll play a little bit later on tonight. At The Walking Dead, maybe not. But overall, I think a pretty solid session. Definitely was very focused throughout this entire session. So of course I'm going to raise it up. I definitely like this. I think this is the first time I 4 table and I've actually recorded it as well. Doing the commentary actually kind of works. That's 10-7 here. Let's see, nitty player, the folds. Well, these guys folded there. Fold the steals a lot, so actually I'm going to raise it. And at least if he calls, I'll be in position. Not a terrible hand. So we'll just wait to see what happens. I just found 2 tables. As I sit out. And we'll take a look. See how we did. This Queen 9 is easy fold here. This 5-4 suited from the cutoff. I'm going to fold it. Maybe it falls in the button, but Things really slow down when you bring it down two tables that you were playing four. Even though I'm so used to playing two tables, you know, and sometimes I do enjoy the four tables if I can stay focused and not um, lose track of like where I am mentally. It's 10-7. I can fold it. And it's 4-4. I can raise this guy up. And it's Jack 4. I can fold. And yeah, I'll definitely be folding to the 3-bet there. And it's 2-2. I can raise this up. Alright, so it is this table, and then that's it. See what happens with my twos. I'd love to just get a set right here. Unfortunately, a 3-bet, I gotta fold it. So that's it. We'll see how we finished off. I have my spreadsheets updated for this new challenge that I've decided to do, trying to build up from NL2 up. So let's just back out of these tables here. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. Sometimes it does. I think this is a pretty cool video. I think hopefully you enjoy watching it. Just with the whole thought process, bouncing between the four tables, hearing how focused I was in the process. I think this could be a pretty fun video, hopefully to watch. You know, really only one table was really where I was making most of the money, but that's okay. It's all about for me. Whoops. Making good decisions. This is what I made for my warm up, by the way, before I started playing. I said, why am I playing? I said, I'm playing to continue and make smart choices while playing four tables. And I believe I definitely did that. And I said, my A, B, or C mentality. I said, after a good snowy session, I feel like I am in good A mentality. And the 5-minute question I asked myself, which I didn't really do, but but I was doing it in my head. Am I feeling I'm making the best choices with four tables? And I felt like I definitely was. The only really negative part was I was definitely getting pushed off of a bunch of hands through 3-bets. But so with my focus line, my focus is not to get into any tough spots, and I definitely did not put myself in any tough spots. And how I'm gonna play, I said about 2 or 3 hours, which I'm not really sure. I think I did. So let me just take a look now here. My bankroll tracker. This is where I'm keeping track of this particular challenge, which I'm doing, trying to be a winning player, and starting from the ground up. So this session, I did. Let's see. Hang on. I have a filter on, so unfortunately, I can't show drive HUD for whatever reason. It doesn't show up on the screen. Okay, so today is 11/26/17. 2 cents into BB. So I played. It really felt longer than that, but I guess not, huh? Yeah. All right. It felt like it was a lot longer than it was, but it was only an hour and 19 minutes, and I played 367 hands during that time, and I was up $1.76. Let's fix this. felt like I was playing longer, but I guess not. There we go. So my BB profit loss, I was up 88 big blinds, and my BB per 100 here was 23.98. So pretty good, 23.98 big blind per 100. Um, Definitely a positive thing. So through these two sessions, which has been 808 hands, um, my win rate is 9.96. So that's the goal. Try and keep it in the positive direction, and not worry about the money. Worry about this number right here. This is a number exactly that I'm going to be focused on, the BB per 100. And if I focus on BB per 100, I think my mental game will be in pretty good shape. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this video for tabling for a full session. My next video I will go back to highlights. This was a fairly short session, but now I'm just gonna go watch some football and take it easy for the rest of the day. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys soon.